Wait.
We did it!
Wait.
Yay!
Wait.
We exist. Good job,
Wait.
everyone.
Wow.
Good job, everyone. You exist.
Some of us.
Great, I gotta go and find my fucking character sheet.
Find it, yes.
Where's copy of character sheet?
Copy of character sheet.
That is what it's called.
You haven't renamed it. You just left it as copy of copy.
No, the other one is copy of character sheet. This one's copy of character sheet. The
Well,
next
yeah, but
one's
if you make a
going
copy
to
of it,
be-
it's gonna turn into copy of copy, and you just left it as copy.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna take a copy of this sheet when I make my third character.
The amount of disrespect to a copy of a document has never been so real. Bye, Buttercup.
Why did you pin a message? Oh, it's my character sheet.
Yes. I had time scrolling up for it.
Why didn't you just start it in your computer?
I don't know. Suffer.
Remember?
Suffer at the whims of the demon.
Meh.
The perfect answer, I don't know.
Well,
Suffer.
Disney got posted, and then I thought it was gonna be a not Hasbro Hotel, Hell of a Boss episode, but it's just some advertisement bullshit.
Haha.
What the hell?
You know what? This is what
Let me look at it. Let me at least look at it. Hey, that's my job.
Did you set up a call?
Yes, it's already open, dude.
That's my job.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn it.
I can't wait for when I create a robot that just gets robbed from me.
You don't even do the cool one.
I know exactly who's going to try.
Well, you see, that's only your soundboard. That is your custom soundboard.
That's why it's better.
Not part of that server. So, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could
They
have
have
added a better
tops.
sound to this current
Oh
server.
god.
I know exactly who's going to try and do it anyway. Who's going
There's
roll
to
seven
me.
plushies. Plushies. Look at the plushies. I probably shouldn't show that when we're recording.
Probably not.
Disney Pop will be angry.
Ugh.
So,
Alright. Everyone ready?
bonjour. Yes.
The other three of you, are y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
There we go. I got it. I'm good.
Alright.
Yippee!
No, are you ready? Things are being clicked that I did not want clicked. There we go. Noah.
Did you fix the audio?
What?
Yes, it's on and active and everything. Trust me, I made sure before we did anything. Gonna real quick put a little side note just in case anyone wants to pop into the voice call. I'm just putting a little thing saying recording. To ensure no one sees. Alright. If all of you are ready, then we can begin.
I'm ready.
So, when you guys last left off, you just recovered from going out and finding Atlas after scavenging. You did a small scavenging job and you encountered some shadows, which you fought off pretty easily. And you met both Vague and three of you have met Satsu. After finishing your scavenging job, you have returned and then you have decided to long rest for the night, with Atlas sitting at the side of their fire, just rocking back and forth. As all of you begin to wake back up, you see one of the scrawnier scavengers walk up to you and just slightly say, "Hey, boss has something for all
You should have expected that.
If that wasn't
What's going on?
part of your character, If that wasn't integral to your character's communication by your own choice, I would have smited you with a rock of shushing. But so this scrawnier scavenger walks up and tells you guys that the boss has something for you. So just to get to him whenever you get the chance. So, all of you are awake inside this scavenging hideout.
I'm actually,
What do you guys wish to do?
myself actually up. I guess go to the boss, see what's going on.
Yes.
Maybe
I will
wonder
get up and go to
why
the
I
boss.
don't remember his name.
Okay, so all of you go over to the boss's room, and as you walk in, you see several shelves behind him with several ornaments, trinkets, jewelry, such and such. Some say sold, some say in process, some don't at all. As you look around the room before the boss realizes you're there, Atlas, you notice a familiar glint off of one of the jewelry pieces. And you notice a familiar necklace on one of the shelves. Then the boss suddenly recognizes that all of you are in his room. Oh, there all of you are. So... Right, what do I need you for? Right.
What's
Okay.
the reason you called us here?
I'm getting to that. You see, there is
Hey, Dom,
a...
Can I make a perception check just as he's talking?
Yes. Go ahead and roll.
That's an at one. I don't notice anything.
You kind of just get sidetracked by all the shiny things. You don't understand.
Oh my ear.
You kind of get sidetracked by all the shiny things, and then you finally click back into what he's saying, kind of halfway through his conversation. The other three of you kind of picks up, actually understood what he was saying, but Atlas kind of blanked. So, yeah, there's a valuable location I need you to go to. Plenty of jewelry, gold, food, resources, from what I know, water, if y'all are willing to head out and go do that. As you all are my most trusted scavengers, and this one seems to know their way around, as he gestures at Atlas.
Oh. I do?
You've probably been adventuring around this location for longer than the other three, in all honesty.
Oh. Okay.
Given your history.
Okay.
Exactly. That's my reaction. Okay.
Oh, I can't stop yawning now, no.
So, do y'all have any questions or anything, or is that it? Any questions for the boss,
No,
or
I'm good.
anything in the general?
Can I question the necklace? Be like, hey, where'd you get that?
Okay. So, you ask him where you got the necklace from, and he begins to speak up about it. Oh, I nabbed that when we came across you. It was just kind of sitting there on a little stand, so I grabbed it. Looked valuable.
What's the reason for you having all this jewelry?
Selling it off, making cash, so we can actually survive. We're scavengers, that's what we do.
Do I recognize the necklace as, like, a specific thing?
You do, but you will have to, do an insight check for that. Or some sort of check that has something to do with considerably older stuff, in a way.
Well, since I failed my other perception, I don't think I'll notice anything.
Well, you're more than welcome to roll again.
Alright, though, I'll ask, could I see it? Like, could I hold it in my hand?
No you cannot. You need to keep it as pristine as possible.
Huh?
He tells you that you can't because he needs to keep it as pristine as possible. But he's more than willing to bring it closer to you so you can actually see it. Just without putting your hands on it.
Well, yeah, that's
Does
kind
he
of what
like
I
chuck
meant.
a glove on or something?
So,
Like, can I just pull, like, a pair of PPTE gloves out of my pocket and put them on?
yeah, so you put on a set of gloves and kind of just wiggle your fingers around. Before he just grabs a necklace and puts it in front of you so you can take a look at it. Here you go. Go ahead. So you pick up the necklace and you start looking at it. Alright, so you pick up the necklace and you start looking at it, and nothing seems too, like, significant about it. It's a silver chain, nothing too special. But as you start getting down to the charm of it, you realize the charm is a cross. A very shiny, polished cross. With small engravings on it. With one of the engravings being a small little heart.
This is this what I think it is, Dominic?
Most likely.
And I question him, was it on the body of a dragonborn?
Okay, so, yeah. So you question him about it, and he thinks for a minute before replying, no, it was on a nice wooden stand, seemingly hand-carved, like a padding to it. It was in a nice, fancy case. Guess it needed to be protected for some reason.
Can I summon a piece of wood and a knife just to start carving? Can I just carve a piece of wood?
Okay, so, oh yeah, so you just idly carve while Atlas and your boss have a conversation.
I'm kind of blanking on this, so I'm just gonna put it down and walk away.
Okay. So you put the necklace down and you prepare to leave.
I'll thank him for letting me look at it.
Mm-hmm, sure. So are you guys gonna go do this job or not?
Well, if it gets us any closer to the job I'm here for, I'm sure.
Well, let's start going probably is the best thing to do.
So you guys give him your confirmation, he hands you this map with a location marked on it, and you guys head out. The watch confirms that you guys are good to leave, and you guys leave the hideout and start making your way to where you're going. As you're walking, keep your guard up as, you know, everything is still corrupted by the cult. The environment around you is pure pitch black with barely any idea of what could be around you. So, you end up getting to your location. This large, very older building. But it seems to have been left untouched by both the cult and other scavengers. The building still seems immaculate other than age from wear and tear. And you see a large wooden gate as its doorway. What do you guys wish to do?
Okay, so is the gate our only way of entry?
From the perspective you're seeing it, yes. As you were standing in the front of this building.
Can I try and open the gate?
Sure. So, you go up and you start trying to pull on the gate. Doesn't open. You push on it, doesn't open either. The gate seems to be locked or bonded of some sort. That keeps it shut.
I could use one of my offerings.
Or I could shoot it with my rifle.
See if there is any alternate way of entry.
I mean, I could just shoot it with my rifle and break the lock.
That can work.
Well, you haven't seen a lock, though. The door's just shut somehow, and it's not opening. You have no clue whether or not it's magic, or if there's a locking mechanism, there's a bar on the inside.
Is it like a push or pull? Is it a push or pull door? Can I, like, jiggle it back and forth?
Husk tried both of those options. He pushed and pulled and it didn't open. I'm cruel, but I'm not cruel enough to make you guys have to decipher whether or not a door is push or pull.
I'm gonna look around to see if I can see any windows.
Are there any holes in the door? Like a knot in the wood that fell out?
No, but there is a slit between the gateway you can look through. So, Alexius, do a perception check. And Alice, if you want to look between the door, you may as well.
Use my eyes and look through for a window. I got 3. I will not be looking for a window.
You walk around the building and you try to see if there's any windows, but everything's so dark you can't discern whether or not it's wall or window.
I'll have to get some fire?
Can I look through the crack in the door?
Yeah, roll a perception.
I'm gonna get a different die out since that one's not the best.
It's cursed.
It is cursed, and I got it at the... Oh no, that's a 4. That's a terrible dice.
It's slightly less cursed.
You
It's
try
a
to
door.
look through between the crack and the doorway, but it's so dark you can't really discern anything.
Could I retry and light my lantern really, like, bright?
Yeah, you can do
Can
that.
wait, can I use my head to light the lantern? Because I'm fire.
Both of you are fire.
Yeah, I have a lantern staff.
Wait, can I follow Alexius to light it up?
Can I just tell y'all how stupid I am real quick?
You keep thinking we're
What?
saying your name, aren't you?
True, but no, that's not what I was talking about. I was about to be like, let me peek through it. I'm gonna see y'all if I can see in the dark.
That's your
I
last
am too
character.
brain rot with my elf characters. I know, I want you to see if I have brain rot for.
Okay,
Okay,
wait,
so-
we can't find anything.
Yeah,
I have
Atlas.
to go wait to
Roll
get it.
perception to light your lantern and peek through.
Okay. Retrying. Oh shit, that's a 19!
Alright. So, you light your lantern, you kind of stick it up behind you as you peek through the... As you kind of look through the gap between the doorway. And you notice a bar barring the gate shut. So now that you see there's a bar, you announce that to your teammates, and now you need to discern how to get in.
I'll shoot it.
Alright, I'll stand back as he shoots it.
Alright. Alexios, roll to shoot the bar.
13.
Okay. So you aim down your sights and you try to aim down just enough between the two gate doors so that you can actually hit the bar. As you fire it, you hear a loud splintering noise. And as you walk up and push at the gates, they open wide. You're now inside, and the only really light source you have is Atlas's lantern. So you can see a decent area around you, but not into like the back of the building or anything.
Summoning a fire golem. Oh, will summoning a fire golem help us? Because it's made of fire completely, but I could use it in a fight. Because there's no doubt that there's gonna be a fight in this session.
Can I use my nanotech to make another lantern?
Your nanotech cannot emit light, and also no, a fire golem would not help.
So, since I'm made of fire, and I'm just a light source in general, then
Your
I would like-
fire is a soul flame. It does not emit enough bright of light, and also considering it is a head and not your entire life being and body, you don't really emit pretty much any light to anything around you.
yeah, I don't know why I haven't thought of this earlier. I'd like to summon a lantern from the void.
Okay, so I need you to roll so you can attempt to do that.
14.
Okay. So, you open up your void pocket and you reach in, you pull out a lantern, and then, as you look at it, you bring it to your head and light it on fire. So now you have two light sources. How do you guys wish to handle the whole situation?
If I make an unlit lantern, can't they light it with their head?
You could do that. You can make an unlit one.
Can I try and make...
I want to do that.
Just made a flashlight.
So,
Can I try and make some night vision goggles?
since night vision goggles require a light emitting component, you cannot make those. But you could use the same idea of making a lantern.
Sure, I guess.
Can I make an unlit lantern?
Yeah, so roll.
Can I make night vision goggles? Can I summon night vision goggles from the void to give to Alexius?
No, as you're not from that time.
Hmm. Are there any sticks on the ground?
From where you're standing, no.
Oh, okay.
Can stay.
Alright,
Dominic James.
hold on. Yeah?
Hi.
Hi.
Well,
We are recording.
well,
He's in here.
Oh yeah! You gotta get Swifty!
So you can sit in there. Sorry about that, I'm back. Alright, Phoenix, what did you
Alright.
roll in terms of... I take that as a 3. You... So, you attempt to form your nanotech into a lantern, and it more just comes out as a useless blob of metal. Not really much you can do. Alexius, is there anything you're going to try to do?
I'll do the same thing.
Alright, roll.
18.
So, you look at Phoenix with a kind of shit-eating grin on your face as you flawlessly form a lantern in your hands. And you just kind of wave it around in the air, tauntingly.
Can we not try and start a fight and find the shit that we're here to look for?
What a bitch!
Alright. So, now that there are 2 lit lanterns, 1 unlit lantern, and a failure of a lantern, what is your guys' choices?
I'd like to start scavenging.
Alright,
yeah,
so
we should split. We should split up. Well, no, we shouldn't split up. We shouldn't do that.
you should probably light one
We
of the
should not.
You should probably light the unlit lantern first. Alexios is kind of sitting there in the dark. If you'll
Yeah,
follow it.
I'd like to light the lantern.
I'll go light the lantern.
Alright, so you light Alexios'
Can I
lantern.
try again?
Sure.
I got the night. No.
What?
What?
A
Get a
9?
9?
You attempt again.
I almost said
And-
19.
You attempt to make another
It
lantern.
wasn't a 19.
You sit there staring at Alexios with a grin on your face as you're forming the beginning of a lantern. But by the time you finish it, it just kind of slowly collapses in on itself, becoming a just pile of mush again. Before your grin just kind of becomes a sorrow as you look at it. So, what's your plan to explore this place?
Sure, bullshit.
I guess try and scan.
It looks like I gotta stay near Rod to actually be able to see.
I'll link arms with Phoenix so we can walk together.
Alright, so you link arms with Phoenix. So remember, 3 of you have light sources, 1 of you do not. So in hopes for one of you to see, you will need to stay near a light bearer. But for the other 3 of you, you guys can more than freely explore this entire location by yourselves.
Okay, so who doesn't have the light source?
Phoenix. Which is why Phoenix is sticking with Atlas.
They're sticking with me.
So I just like
Yeah.
paths are there for us to enter.
You what?
How many paths are there? It's like
Well, you're
like
inside a
4.
building. There's not really much as paths as there is just sections of the building you could search.
Okay, I'd like to enter one of the rooms.
You have no idea if there's any rooms. You are
Okay.
sitting at the gate. You are sitting at the entrance, and it is pitch black from where you're standing, except for the small light you have around you.
I would like to go forward into the darkness.
Same.
Alright, so both of you walk forward and you're just kind of walking around. You see some tables, some chairs, some clothes and stuff scattered around the floor. I'd like both of you to roll a perception check.
Oh, great.
Can we follow behind them? Just like checking their back.
Yeah,
Make sure no one sneaks up.
I've got a 20.
So both of you two look around and you see some wall sconces for torches and you see a large candelabra hanging from the ceiling.
Okay, hear me out. If I summon a gun and I shoot it, it'll make a flash of light.
No, do not shoot the candelabra. No.
No, I'm gonna shoot it like at the floor.
Are there torches in the sconces?
Yes.
Can I go light the sconces?
Yeah. So you walk around and you start lighting up the torches on the sconces, and it provides significantly more light than any of your lanterns. So you can see a general amount of the building now. At least the center area. There's still the corners and the sides of the buildings that you guys can't see too clearly, but the current torchlight does provide some aid. So you guys see the entire general center area. There are plenty of tables, old plates, cups, such as...
Are any of the cups or plates made out of metal?
No, they are all wooden.
Oh.
Okay, is there any doors that lead to other rooms?
You can vaguely see some doors. You can vaguely see a set of double doors in the back corner of the room. Other than that, there's no other doors.
Can I open one of them?
So you walk up to attempt to open the door, and as you get close, you notice there is a large lock hanging off of it.
Can I use a hammer to break the lock?
Okay, so roll.
Go to roll the system.
I can also try and pick it since I'm a rogue.
17 again.
So you summon a hammer out of your void pocket and you whack it the lock as hard as you can, but it doesn't seem to break. It just kind of seems to bounce your hammer off.
My offerings to get past.
I can also try to lock pick it.
I can try and melt it.
Oh yeah, try that
Phoenix,
first.
would you like to roll the
And
lock pick it?
If none of this worked out, I'll have us all teleport through it.
You're talking to me?
Yes, you're Phoenix, last I recall. Would you like to try to lockpick it?
Oh, great heavens!
Oh no.
Okay, so...
Was that a nat? That...
I take that as it would be a nat one. So, you form a pair of lockpicks in your hands using your nanotech. As you walk up to the lock, you get down on your knees and you start picking at the lock. You hear plenty of clicking around, plenty of springs, plenty of joints, metal, and you swear you hear a squeak. And all of a sudden, you think you hear the lock open, and as you raise your hands up in victory and cheer, suddenly a large magical burst launches you away from the lock and slams you against the back wall. Take 3 damage.
Oh no!
I'd like to summon a flintlock and say, I'd like to summon a flintlock.
I'd like to summon a flintlock, and I'd like to say I'd like to summon a flintlock.
Could I use the, use fever and try and burn the lock in my hand?
Yeah, roll.
Damn it! It's a 9.
So, you walk up to it, and you grab it in your hand, and you start heating your body up to an immense temperature. Your body starts to glow and emit a large amount of light. But the lock seems to take no harm from your heat.
Well, let me try again. I got this. I got this.
Can I inspect the fire?
Let me do it again. No, let me not pick it again. I promise. I got this. I don't have brain damage after that. I don't have brain damage after that. Let me do it.
I don't have a brain
Yeah,
to
let me do
damage
it.
with.
Check the other doors.
Let me do it.
Too.
There
This
are no other
seems
doors.
like it's going
The only doors you could
strong.
see were those back doors.
Can I check the other back doors?
There are no other back doors.
Let me lockpick it.
Alright, roll the lockpick then.
This is gonna take forever.
Yeah. I'm just groaning in the background watching this.
While they do that, can I look around, like, all the corners where we can't see?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight. I take that as a success.
Whoa! That's a nat
19.
20!
Alright, so Atlas, you leave your staff nearby where Phoenix is, so Phoenix can actually focus on lockpicking as you use your natural body to emit a small amount of light, just enough for you to see. So, Phoenix, you finick with the lock, and albeit you have perfect movement, you all of a sudden notice that the lock starts glowing. You realize your lockpicks won't do much against it. Atlas, as you are scavenging around, you find a small box of keys.
Woo! Keys!
So,
I want to inspect them to see if they're cursed.
I didn't walk over yet.
I want to steal the keys.
No, they're my keys!
Stop fighting, idiots. I'd like to
No!
check our
Stop fighting it. No.
I'll hold the box up to whatever his name is, I forget.
to keep it at Husk's reach, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Husk, how tall are you?
inspect.
Husk, how
No,
tall are you?
I meant hold it up to him like I'm
Oh.
sitting on the floor with a box of keys.
Thought you were trying to keep it out of his reach. Okay. So, yeah, Husk,
No!
Husk, do you want to take the box out of Atlas's hands?
No, I'd like to just sit down and look at the keys. 'Cause
Okay, so you sit down and Atlas looks at you confused. Now the box is above you because Atlas is trying to hold it up so you can take it and see it.
I like
So
to take
Atlas
the
now
box.
brings down the box for you to
I'll
look into.
Lower it and give it to them.
Alright, so what do you want to do, Husk?
I want to take the box and inspect the keys to see if they're cursed.
Alright, roll an Arcana check.
15.
Okay,
What are
so
the chances I could curse these?
as you are a technician, I'm not sure if you're multiclassing, but then as you're a technician, you don't have the ability to curse.
Dang it.
So, Husk, as you analyze the keys and take a deep look at them, you notice there is a magical presence, but none of them seem to be fiendish and harmful. They all just seem to be
Okay.
some sort of lock magic.
I'd like to open a hole into the void to take the box. So,
No! I want to hold the box.
okay. I'll take the key.
Yeah.
I'll take the keys from with the void.
You sure you want to do that?
And
Okay. I don't. If he says that, you
There-
probably
there-
shouldn't.
There should
What are these
there
keys?
should be dots that
One
could
of
be
the
connected
keys
here.
is for the door.
What is it with?
We should
What is it
take
with you
the
guys?
Keys is for the door.
door.
Can I walk
For three of you,
over to
can we
rummage
please
through
not
the
have
box
another
of
time where we
keys?
spend 2 hours opening a fucking door because you can't connect the dots? Please, I beg.
Dominic,
Let's just
can I
take
go?
the
Can I
keys.
wander over? Can I wander over and like rummage through the keys since I've been lock picking and I know what the lock is like, so I could probably find the right key.
Okay. Yeah. Roll.
At advantage?
Okay.
Yeah, roll at advantage actually.
19 was the highest.
Okay. So you rummage through the keys and you feel against their patterns and you find the one that actually feels similar to the lock. So you take it and you walk over to the lock. Do you wish to unlock it?
Hell yeah, brother.
Okay, so you stick the
Just
key in the
say
lock and
no.
you twist and you start trying to twist it. It seems to be a little stuck, but after a bit of elbow grease, you manage to turn the lock open. It unlocks and you take the
That's
lock
my
off,
bad.
and now you can open the doors. Thank you guys
like
for
to-
not
Alright.
taking 2 hours to open a door, because I know that is one of the hardest puzzles in D&D.
Let's just go
But
to
it's
the
the only
boat.
one who was confused about that. Everyone else was like, yeah, keys.
Take the lock with me.
Can I just have the rest of the keys in the box?
Okay, yeah, you pocket the rest of the box, so you have about 4 keys and the key box.
I'd like to grab the lock.
Okay, so
Locking the door.
you reach down to grab the lock, but the lock and key disintegrate and disappear.
Damn it.
So, do you guys wish to head through this doorway that you just opened?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
But with caution.
so
Very, very, very much cautious.
who will lead the charge down these stairs? Who will lead the slow, gentle charge down these stairs?
Can I sprint down the stairs?
Okay, we're not gonna check for traps.
Clearly not.
We're
Roll
not.
at disadvantage. It's
Okay.
dark and your lantern's
Alright.
only providing you enough light to see
I'm-
a few stairs in front of you. So if you're on a full force sprint, roll at disadvantage.
Go from it all the way down the stairs.
I'm-
I got a
I'm
14 and a 13. Let's go.
Okay, so
I'm
You-
gonna stay back and slowly go down the stairs.
Atlas,
Yeah,
before you can start
I-
walking down, you see Alexis just push past you and sprint down these stairs at nearly breakneck speeds.
Oh no! Oh, okay.
So, as all of you walk down, Alexius, the first thing you see as you get down there. So,
Oh, I succeed? Yay.
you got down to the bottom of the stairs and you raise up your lantern to try to see what you can, and you see a large assortment of cages. And after a few seconds of actually catching your breath, a strong scent of decayed corpses catches you.
Mmm.
Food.
And as the rest of you get down there, you start seeing and smelling the same scent and sights.
Is this a
Yeah.
tomb?
Didn't I
Maybe,
begin
possibly.
a good one?
Why don't you search around?
Doesn't.
I don't want to go looking through dead bodies, Dom.
I do.
I do.
Okay, then I'll follow whoever goes looking through the dead bodies.
I'll
Okay,
go first.
you guys roll
I like
for
to-
perception. Well, roll scavenging, not perception. Just roll scavenging.
I'll follow around Phoenix to give them light.
Yeah, I want to look.
14.
Okay, so Husk, you begin to look around.
Also, I want to give
Hmm?
my lantern.
What? What'd you say?
Do I roll a perception if I'm looking to?
Yeah, if you want to.
It's a 19.
Okay. So Husk and
Oh, shit.
Phoenix, you two begin to look around, and you guys kind of converge on a cage, and it looks like the top and bottom of this cage has been split clean apart from each other, from a large
Uh-oh.
serrated weapon or some sort of tool. And around you, you see more cages full of body-bagged corpses and old skeletons.
I'd like to use the void to take all the bags, all the body bags.
You're not
That
going
have
to.
actual-
You're not going to steal body bags.
Bye.
Look, that's a good and healthy diet for Husk.
You're a
Eat
fucking
normal
void flame.
food.
You're a void flame. You don't need food.
Yeah.
Just like he doesn't need sleep, but he likes sleeping.
Alright, so you guys have seen this cage. What else do you wish to do?
Can I look around the rest of the room? See
Alright,
if there's
yeah, roll.
anything actually.
Roll.
They're the nasty ones. Maybe there's some blood.
14 again.
Okay. So you raise your lantern up and you start looking around, and a glint catches your view in the far back of the room.
Can I investigate it?
Sure. So you start walking up towards this glint, and as you're walking, you feel something soft under your foot. And you jump back and immediately look down to the ground, and you see a dead corpse of what seems to be a person with their bottom half ripped apart from them. They seem to have died crawling away from whatever ripped them in half.
Alright, people,
What a strange coincidence.
After seeing that, you
Can I look
continue
at the
into vault and
direction
you
the
find
body was crawling from?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
That's the way we have to go.
Have you?
That's a 9. I don't know why my dice likes rolling 9s.
You raise your lantern in hopes to see if there's anything back there, but you don't see anything. So Husk, as you continue to go towards the glint you find, you see this nice box with a large, shiny, polished front on it. And as you open the box, you see a large... Well, you open it and you see a large amount of jewels and, like, gems, jewels...
I'd like to summon
Embroidery.
a gateway to the box to to keep a hold of it.
Okay. So you put the box of riches and stuff into a void pocket.
I'd like to summon the staff of light.
You already have a lantern.
No, but I might as well make it.
Why?
A staff that can blind people. Of like fire, staff of fire, for defense.
You already have a lantern. Why do you need more light?
Well, actually, this ain't gonna be used for light. This is gonna be used for combat. I'm going to make a staff of fire.
Okay, so you replace your lantern with a staff with a large fire on the end of it. So, what do you guys wish to do now?
I'd like to shoot a burst from the staff so I can make more fire, make more light, and start looking around.
Okay, well you shoot a burst from your staff and you get a brief flare like light from everything, but then the fire makes contact with something and dies out.
Shit.
What did it make contact with?
Just a wall.
Oh, okay.
I think I might have caused fear.
I was hoping for a monster, dang.
Yeah, I was hoping something would get pelted in the face.
I was hoping it'd be like those movies where they like light the light as slowly goes through to appear like dozens of creatures along the wall.
That would have been scary, but awesome.
As you guys are sitting in the back of this room, suddenly you hear a soft creaking, and you hear a loud shuddering bang. You assume it's the door from where you came in.
Oh no! Oh,
Maybe we shouldn't have given that idea.
that was the door behind us, wasn't it? Can we see that far? Like, can we see someone walking in or leaving?
No.
Uh-oh.
You'd have to somehow send a source of light over there.
I'm going to listen in to see if I can see any footsteps or anything.
And we charge up a giant blast so it can save
Alexios, roll.
more than like a second.
Dang it, 3.
You try to focus in, but your somewhat shaky breathing inflicts your ability to do so. I'm waiting for more plans.
Something tells me this is not a good sign.
Would I be able to use... No. Could I summon my demon clone and make it walk over there?
Yeah.
Or would...
You can do that.
Can I do that?
Yeah. So, Atlas, you
First
focus
of-
in and try to reactivate your ability from that you've learned from years past. And as the burning sigil on your hand begins to light up and inflict a hard pain on your hand, a nearly perfect replica of you, except for the fact that they are purely red, summons in front of you. The rest of you three see this process and have no idea what's going on. And Atlas,
Can
as
I
you...
hide in the shadow?
Huh?
Just embrace my inner rogue.
I mean, you could, but you probably can't see shit.
That's fine. I just want to hide in the shadow.
Okay, roll.
I'd like to summon I'd like to start charging up a big burst of fire for my fire staff.
Does
Nat
my
20?
demon clone run back scared?
Okay, so Phoenix just kind of slowly backs up into the shadows and just vanishes from sight.
Over in the bushes.
Yeah.
In the bushes that
Say
don't
that.
exist.
I'm just doing this in case someone did come in, and then I can
So-
sneak attack them.
Atlas, you send your demon clone forward, and as they walk forward, you hear a crumbling noise, and you see your clone trip and just fall flat on its face before it clambers back up and begins walking again. It seems to reflect your
okay.
fear as it sits there, as it slowly walks. It holds its hands together, and it spontaneously looks left to right.
Okay, maybe I should make a clone of my armor, since it's in
But as you see it reach the end of the room, all of a sudden you see something wrap around its neck and drop it to the floor. And the clone
Oh
disappears.
shit!
I'd like to shoot my fire staff at it.
Okay, so you
Gun time.
shoot your fire staff in the general direction of where the clone just disappeared. And as the fire slowly reaches the end, you see large amounts of sets of beady eyes staring down at you
No!
as the fire hits the wall and disappears. And you hear a loud
Why not?
skittering noise.
It's time to put it in overdrive. I gotta start working on this.
Did I feel my clone die, or is it like being slowly digested?
You have no clue where it went. Once it got ripped to the ground, it disappeared.
Oh no, that's not good.
Damn. Something similar to a spider.
Now what do you do?
It's a giant
Oh, you think it's similar to a spider?
Yeah, this is what it's
Hold on, I'll just add this little side note. There was not 8 eyes on that creature. There is about 32.
That's why I said similar.
Why? Because
I'm
it's
gonna
scared?
cower in fear.
Atlas, you start shaking.
Can Phoenix just in the shadow just smash Atlas, bring him in the shadow, and make them hide behind me?
Atlas, roll to not scream.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. That's a 2.
Your shivers have been dimmered as all of a sudden 2 hands grab you and then drag you into the void. And all you can do is scream as your torch staff drops and the lantern goes out. Husk and Alexius, all you see is this large beast skitter at light breakneck speeds in front of you and vanish into the shadows where Phoenix and Atlas are at.
I like to shoot a fire staff first.
Thou demon of the darkness! I just want to start shooting indiscriminately into the darkness.
Everyone,
Nah.
roll for initiative.
Can I realize that it's
12.
Phoenix and be like, what the fuck?
Nope, roll for initiative.
17! Come on, have it be.
That's a 5. I'm not rolling well.
I got 17.
Okay.
I had 7, but since the dummy is just going, can I protect Atlas?
If that won't inflict more fear on Atlas.
Just cover her eye. Just cover her eye.
Alright, Alexius, what did you get?
No, I genuinely
Well,
want to protect them with
Okay.
my body so you don't shoot him in the head.
Okay,
Done.
so order is as follows: Husk, Alexius, Phoenix, then Atlas. Husk,
Which
What
makes
do you wish
sense
to do?
because I'm being kidnapped.
Okay. I'd like
I was doing it to protect you.
a giant ass burst of fire. Like multiple giant ass bursts.
For what reason?
Towards the creature.
You have no idea where the creature is. It's in the dark.
Okay. Maybe I need to check my
Is this is this an amalgamation of shadows?
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
Can I try and possess the creature? That
Killed us.
I mean, I'm just going to be kind to you and tell you no, you cannot. You have no line of sight on this creature. You have no idea what you're possessing either. You just know it's a large beast that skitters and has eyes. You have no idea what you're about to possess or if it's going to have an advantage in your body or not.
Okay.
Did Campbell become corrupt and just start chasing people?
I mean,
Then I'd just like
possibly.
Then I'd just like to shoot some bursts around us to try and spot the creature.
Alright, roll. Okay. You shoot some bursts around you and you land it on the ground and you finally catch the glimpse of the creature. It's standing somewhere nearby where Atlas and Phoenix is. Atlas, the burst of light lets you identify that Phoenix is the one holding on to you.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly, after the light dissipates, you hear a skittering noise. Other than that, nothing else happens, though. Alexios, your turn. What do you wish to do?
Okay, I would like to... Probably don't have anything on me, but...
Can I hug
Can I?
Phoenix when I know it's them and be like, ah, give me clothes?
On your
Can I
turn,
try
Chip.
to make a firework?
You're gonna try to make a firework.
Yes.
Considering the rules last time I put with Technician is that they aren't able to compose chemicals like that, you cannot. At least not at your current
Dang it.
strength with technology.
My plans have faltered. Okay, how about this instead? I am going to look for any light source that could be possibly there.
Alright, roll perception.
Okay. 16.
Okay, currently the only light sources you can see are the two candles behind you. But they are not lit.
And my staff on the ground.
Your staff extinguished, remember?
Ah.
Thanks to Phoenix yanking you into the shadows. So, the only light source you can see currently around you is the two candles behind you. Anyways. Nothing happens in the darkness of the area. Phoenix, your turn. What do you wish to do?
Okay, let me look at this character sheet. Okay. Am I allowed to protect Atlas without using an action? Like I can just put myself in front of him? Make them behind me? Push him against the wall maybe so that I'm like...
No.
Oh man. Well then I'm going to protect Atlas anyways.
Alright, roll. At 20, okay. So,
You had 20?
you wrap yourself around the front of Atlas and you summon a large nanotech barrier to entrap you both. To keep you both safe. All of you hear another skittering in the dark. Atlas.
This is very ominous skittering. What are my options here, man?
Well, I mean, you're kind of stuck in a nanotech bubble with no way out. But you do have options. You do have options. You have a option, a companion option, really.
Hmm.
You know, I'm just standing there incredibly confused about what's going on.
Could I shoot fire from out of the shield?
Since you're inside of it, you cannot.
Is it... It's like a bubble. Okay, well,
Yes.
I'm just gonna cower and hug Phoenix, like...
So you're gonna spend your turn cowering. Okay.
I don't know what else to do. Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no! He's rolling again.
Alright, let's see then.
Oh wait, could we hamster ball?
Potentially? Although you can't have a clear resource.
Yeah, we could just fumble.
Okay. Alexios, roll to dodge.
Oh no. Is this like a malformed
20.
Pika?
You got a 20? Okay. So, suddenly, as you're sitting still, you see a large creature sprint up to you and swing a large abdomen at you. And you duck out of the way just in time before it vanishes back into the darkness.
It swings its abdomen?
Phoenix, you and Atlas are sitting inside your dome, and suddenly you see a large claw pierce through the nanotech and rip back out.
Oh no!
It is now the actual creature. It is now the creature's actual turn.
Oh no!
You hear nothing except for a low growl in the darkness.
Stop! Stop!
Husk, your turn. What do you wish to do?
I like a magic spell on the entire room up.
You roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
And you could plant a temporary light in the room to make it so you can see the creature.
3. Horribly.
So, you raise the staff up in the air, and suddenly you feel as if you have age on you. And you hear, "Let there be light!" as you shoot this fireball from your staff. It immediately recoils and hits you right square in the chest. Take 3 damage.
Actually, it's one of my offerings. Me out. I use my...
not good.
So
You've
don't
already
fail.
committed
so
an
don't
action,
fail.
so you can't use an offering. You should have
Yeah.
stated you wanted to use your offering before you did your action. Okay. You hear skittering in the dark. Alexios, what do you wish to do?
I wish to check if there's anything flammable around.
So,
You're flammable.
that sounds like a very bad pickup line, but okay.
See, I was going to say that, but I was like, nah, maybe I shouldn't. But then Moss did anyways.
So, okay, roll
I did not mean
roll
that
perception.
like that.
Okay, perception roll. 16.
So, you look around, other than the candle wicks that are, you know, obviously flammable, you find some fabrics scattered around.
Yes, my plan is coming to fruition.
Okay, Phoenix,
Molotov?
your turn. Well, actually, hold on, before it's Phoenix's turn, gotta do this. You hear skittering in the dark. Okay, Phoenix, your turn. What do you wish to do?
What is this?
Alright, let me look at this thing again. Options are hard to choose. I want to try and use what I call the souffle ability, just to see if there is a soul.
So, since you cannot see it, you can roll to detect for souls around you.
Ooh.
So roll to see what souls remain around you.
Is this like a corrupted sigil?
18.
18? So you only sense 3 souls near you. 1 being Atlas, and then 2 identifiable souls. As they are not within your vision.
It's probably me.
Yeah, it's probably you and
Do I have a soul?
You're human.
Actually, wait a minute. I don't know, because my character doesn't have a soul, but he's made of soul fire.
Phoenix and Atlas, you hear loud skittering, and then all of a sudden, another breach happens from another long claw.
I'm gonna jump up on Phoenix like
the shield has gotten
Scooby
weaker.
and Shaggy.
Atlas, your turn. What do you wish to do? There are 2 breaches in the shield now that you could utilize.
Can I use the Can I use the ballistic burn and shoot out through both holes?
Okay, yeah, roll. Well, you are shooting into the dark though, because you have no idea where what you're targeting. And you have no idea where the creature is, as nobody's identified its location.
I know I'm gonna get hit by this somehow.
Well, then what am I supposed to do?
You have options. You just gotta figure them out. You have plenty of options. Not all encounters have to end with kills, though. Don't believe since I put you in an encounter that you must kill.
Can we just run?
That's an option. It's dark.
Can we just start running?
Boss gonna be disappointed in us. I don't really care about it, but
we have. You do have the.
Atlas, you would like to roll to flee?
Jewels, don't you? Yeah, I would. I do want to flee.
Roll with disadvantage, given it's dark.
I can't teleport us here.
Well then, what? We don't know where you are, so you could be dead.
Yeah, Phoenix and Atlas can't easily see you. They have no clue about your two's status.
I guess I'm not fleeing. I run into a wall.
You think better of yourself, and you think better of the situation. You stay within the shield for what protection it can provide. And that's Atlas's turn up. Alright. Husk, roll to dodge.
Yep. 4. Damn it.
So, you suddenly see this large beast. It seems, from its front perspective, to seem like a spider, except for its 32 eyes and about 16 legs. And it swings down 2 large claws on your legs, piercing through your armor.
Damn it.
Take
Can
5
I hold
damage.
Its legs there?
No. Take 5 damage.
Okay.
Phoenix and Atlas, as you guys are sitting there, suddenly the top of the shield is completely cut apart as 2 large claws cut open the top of it. Now it is the actual creature's turn. You hear a skittering in the dark, but other than that, nothing. Husk, what do you wish to do?
I'd like to look at, Alexius.
Is an option.
Okay. Is there anything you need me Okay, I'd like to shoot anything that's flammable.
Okay, so... Go ahead, roll for it.
12.
Okay. So you raise your staff of fire and you hit the 2 candles behind you, providing a slightly bigger zone of vision for the flame. You can just see the beginning of Phoenix's shield. And all the fabrics around you catch fire. They seem to be burning pretty slowly. Husk, roll to dodge.
Three.
So, suddenly you see the large beast sprint back up to you and shove a large claw through your chest. Take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Alright. Alexios, your turn.
Okay, I would like to use my nanobots
Okay.
and use them to gather the cloths together into the flaming cloths together into a whip.
Okay. Roll.
Nat 20, yes!
Nice, okay. So, you open your palm out and you see a large amount of nanotech just skitter and fall from your hand. And it connects all the fabric together into one large whip. And as it slowly forms into... the nanotech slowly forms into a handle that you can pick up. So, you now have a flaming weapon in your possession. It doesn't provide a lot of light. Alright. Okay, I'm just going to give the man pity. Who's going to attack Husk again?
Why me?
Alexios, roll to dodge. I'm giving you pity. Be happy.
Oh,
19.
You dodge as the large
so.
creature swings above your head. Phoenix, your turn. What do you wish to do?
I have a plan of brewing. I don't know how well it will work, but I have a plan of brewing.
Okay.
You got a plan of brewing?
I have a plan of brewing. Okay. I actually don't know how to enact it. Is there a way I can, like, have my nanotech? It doesn't produce light. Never mind, my plan doesn't work.
Your nanotech does not.
I was gonna try and make myself glow so that the other two can find us and we can try and find a way to flee.
Yeah, your nanotech does not.
I can
produce
try and
light.
glow.
Atlas could
Okay.
use one of their abilities to do that.
Okay, my plan is that I want to get everyone here so that I can make a nanotech wall where I think the creature is so that it's held off while we find a way to flee.
All right.
So we can teleport.
But I can't do that right now, so I'm going to do something else.
You two can now see them. They can't see you, but you can see them. Because they're in the zone of light.
Isn't there candles lighting the area up?
Yeah, they're lighting you guys up. They can see you, you can't see them. So you guys can go to them, easily. They don't know where you are.
Can I see my staff on the floor? Because I don't have it.
It's within the zone of light. So you can't easily reach out for it.
Okay, so for my action, can I just, like, grab at, like, well, didn't they jump into my arms or something?
Yes.
Isn't that a thing that happened?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep that being a thing and run towards the other two.
Alright, roll
So I
with
can do
disadvantage as you
my
have to
other-
jump over your nanotech wall. As you don't have an open
Okay,
hand to control.
can't I just call it back, or is that an action?
You need an open hand as you're not as skilled in
Oh, okay.
nanotech control. You're not
As
that
we
skilled
run
in
by,
nanokinesis.
could I grab my staff?
We'll make it so you grab it because it's kind of a necessary part of his character, as long as it succeeds. And you guys don't fall flat on your face.
That was a 14.
Okay. So, you look at Atlas and you give Atlas a steely look in your eyes, and you give them a soft nod as you sprint and vault over the wall. And as you land flawlessly with a 2-point landing and trying not to topple over and drop on top of Atlas, you put Atlas back to the feet. Atlas runs over and grabs her staff. You hear skittering in the dark. Atlas, your turn.
Wait, so is the whole group together right now?
Yeah, all of you guys are grouped together now.
Can I see the creature?
No. The creature's
Or
somewhere
is
in the
it
dark.
still in the dark?
It's somewhere in the dark.
Could I have prepared cold snap?
Yeah, you can use cold snap.
Could I keep an arm frozen just in case it comes after me or anybody else so I can sort of help defend?
Yeah, okay. So, roll to cast cold snap.
One moment. Uh-oh, I guess I don't do cold snap because that's a nat 1.
Well, okay, so you attempt to cast cold snap and you feel your arm get cold, but right before it fully freezes over, all of it seems to go into the floor beneath you, so there's this large patch of ice underneath you and Phoenix.
Oops.
So any attempts at moving and dodging would be at disadvantage. Anyways, it is now the creature's turn.
Sorry, Phoenix.
It's now the creature's turn.
It's okay, I forgive you.
You can't speak!
It's okay.
So,
Phoenix
as all
just
of you
gives
are
you, like,
sitting
a
in the
little-
light, watching your surroundings, suddenly you hear a large screech from this creature. There is no discernible understanding of what it could be sounding like, as it is so piercing to your ears it nearly deafens you. But you see the ceiling around you start to crumble in.
Oh no.
Staying any longer could mean your demise.
I think we might need to, can Husk, you said he could teleport?
Yes, I have a offering to teleport everyone in this group.
Well, it's currently not Husk's turn.
Is
It's
it-
currently Beast's turn.
Is it my turn?
No, not yet. The creature skitters somewhere in the dark. Now it's Husk's turn.
I'd like to use my phase offering to teleport us all out of the building.
Okay. So all of you see is Husk pulls out this small wooden offering. As it slowly levitates above his hand, it scorches and turns into nothing. And suddenly all of you are teleported outside of the room. You guys are now back upstairs. You hear a loud screech from the basement of the building.
We're getting out of here. We're
Which
getting out of here.
definitely inspires all of you to flee.
Come on.
All of you flee and return back to your camp, and as the watch sees you, they open the gates for you. As you just slowly start collecting yourselves as you walk in.
As we walk, can I heal Husk? Because he's got multiple chest wounds.
I mean, you can roll to do that.
Like, put a hand on his shoulder as we're walking.
Yeah, roll.
That's a 9.
Can I use one of my offerings?
No,
The
a 9 will
pimple
pass, a 9 will
offering,
pass. So, you put your hand on Husk's shoulder, and as you start to apply a soft heat, suddenly you see his armor begin to meld. And return back to normal.
Oops. Oh,
Thank-
I thought I was melting it.
So, Husk, roll a d8.
2.
Okay, you get 2 health back.
I like to look at Atlas and say thanks, kid. Thanks, kid.
No problemo.
Okay, you guys are now back
I
in
do
the
it
safety
like
of
an awkward thumbs up.
You guys are now back in the safety of the scavenger shelter.
I'm still hurt by the door.
We need to go back there sometime. to scavenge food. The boss said there was there.
Maybe the thing was the amalgamation what the food was.
Maybe.
You never know.
A giant food monster.
That's not yet. I'd like to go over to the boss and and summon a portal over his hands to drop the box into his hands. Drop the box into his hands.
Okay, so Husk, you enter the boss's room and you drop the chest in his hands. He looks at it and before looking at you disappointedly. Was there any food, water, anything else?
Besides a giant demon spider creature? Nope.
Alright. It's fine. At least you got something. Jewelry, coin, rubies, gems of sorts. Okay.
Possibly go back, but you need to send more, better light sources. Because that creature only...
Well, I couldn't send light. You know light's outlawed. Anyways, here, split this amongst you, the lot of you. He hands you about 400 gold coins.
Okay, how many? Okay, wait. This is 400 divisible by 3. Doesn't really.
3?
3? Why are you dividing by 3?
Because I'm not taking gold. Husk doesn't need gold.
I mean, you might still need to buy things. There might be things that
Fine,
don't exist in your in the void pocket you have.
I've already gone through this occasion like several times. I've reset every time. Still got shit.
Hey, Dominic.
Hmm.
Is there a way I can heal you? I'm hurt from the door.
Can I?
Because you got
Can
blasted
I
back by the
heal?
lock. Yeah. Atlas, roll to heal.
Okay. 7.
Alright. That'll pass. So, Atlas, you walk over to Phoenix and place a warm hand on their shoulder. Phoenix, roll a d8.
I like to start recarving my charms out to rebuild them.
You've
Not
only
charms,
you've only
offerings.
burnt one charm. You'll restore it on night. Okay, you restore whatever you get. Whatever you rolled, you restore.
Did I only use my charm?
You only use your teleportation charm.
Oh yeah. I didn't get to use my possession one. I was planning on using that. I was planning on lighting up the area and then possessing the spider. We
So-
can probably head back there sometime. Probably try and head back there.
All of you are currently sitting inside of the scavenger hideout. What do you guys wish to do? You can talk to
I'd
some of the
like to
locals in
open-
there. You can set up a campfire. You can sit around another one.
I'd like to start making s'mores by summoning graham crackers, some chocolate.
Can I
cannot
start
summon
a fire?
Yes. So Atlas, you start a fire and you sit down next to it. And no, Husk, you cannot summon s'mores.
Can I
No,
stick
I'm-
my staff in the ground?
Summon
Yeah.
cereals for s'mores.
You cannot summon.
I want to
materials
sit
for
next to Al.
All right. So Phoenix sits next to Atlas.
I will summon some marshmallows, a big old box of marshmallows, and start passing a bunch around.
Hold on. I gotta even make sure you can make marshmallows logically.
I did that in last session.
I can't let you always summon
Ooh,
foodstuffs.
magic marshmallows out of the ether.
I've done it last session, so I'll do it this session.
Yeah, well, you can't have infinite fucking foodstuffs. That's how this works.
Marshmallows.
Takes a day to recharge the. Takes like 2 days to recharge the.
Yes, but if you had
That's
infinite
fine.
foodstuffs, the scavenging group wouldn't be starving now, would they?
Who said I shared any of it? Who said I shared any of it?
Regardless, if they knew you could do it, they would probably get your ass down and be like, make us food, please.
Look, it's a momentary thing. I can't make infinite. Gotta find the proper
Yeah,
materials.
you can make food every 2 days. Your void has the materials. Because it's not like you haven't
as long as-
stored food in the void pocket from all your yearly adventures.
I don't. I want to find a use for it because I can't eat. If I can, it's just burning.
But you'd probably give resource to people so that you could get resource. Don't you think about it?
Yeah.
And plus, there's
Yeah,
probably
like-
other foods that you could eat other than s'mores.
Yeah, I used to have on with marshmallows.
Okay, so roll to get s'mores material out of your void pocket.
14.
Okay, so you get the components for s'mores and you start making s'mores.
Yeah.
What do the rest of you wish to do?
I guess I will just.
I'm gonna sit by the fire with Phoenix and just miss Campbell.
Okay.
I guess what I'll do is. I don't know. I was gonna offer and see if I could help fix your voice, but now I'm not going to. Okay, I guess I'll just start working on a project I've been working on, the robot thing.
Okay.
The-
So, after about an hour of just sitting around doing nothing, you guys finally decide it's time to long rest. And as you guys drift to sleep, the recurring nightmare of this creature in the bottom of this large building keeps flashing into your memory, seeing its beady eyes, long, broken limbs, cutting into things,
So I try
piercing
and look-
through the skittering you heard through the night.
A journal that I have a bunch of like monsters
You're asleep.
and other stuff like. I can't sleep.
Would I have nightmares from the robot?
I mean,
Yeah, you
technically,
would.
yes, you do have a thinking component. You are meant... Synths are meant to
Well-
be human mimics, pretty much. They are meant to mimic humans to a nearly perfect level. So, as all of you are currently having dreams and nightmares, Atlas, your past starts flashing into you. You see memories of your old friends, you see memories of adventures you've had. The necklace flashes into your memory for a small bit, as you see a gloved hand holding it up and then drawing it away. After your rest, all of you wake up refreshed and energized.
That doesn't explain anything.
It's not supposed to be
I'm
easily
like, you know I'm dumb.
It's not supposed to be easily explainable. You've shown that you have a viable memory, considering you've remembered a frickin' NPC that existed for like maybe a few minutes.
I can remember that, but not.
You can't remember this necklace, somehow. Okay, so what do you guys wish to do? You can go get a contract, you can visit your boss, or you can try to go out on an adventure.
I'm gonna go visit the boss.
Okay. So, Atlas, you walk into the boss's room. What are you doing there?
Oh, I shall look.
Can I ask the boss what could I get you for that cross necklace?
So, he looks at you, thinks about it for a minute. Well, I mean, you're gonna have to wait for an auction. Either that, or if you're the owner, you can have it. But, considering you have not already laid claim to it, I doubt you're the owner. But if you could find the owner and bring it, I'd be more than happy to give it to you. Or find proof that you know the owner.
I think I know, but I shouldn't.
I don't know how to show proof, Dominic.
Could be anything.
What about the sigil on my hand? Would that do anything?
It might. You could try it. But it's definitely something that you can use to help connect the dots.
Alright, then I'll do that. I'll be like, this Does this make a difference?
So you
Show
show
the sigil.
you show him the sigil in your hand. He takes a close look and then like, I don't see how this is proving that you know the owner or some sort of thing. It's a demonic seal. What is this supposed to prove?
I don't know.
If anything, it's the thing that should seem the most opposite of a necklace with a cross.
Can I see? Can I do a history check on the item?
Okay, you can. Yeah, roll to do a history check.
Yep. I'll do it. Away. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to eat skin. Done. Natural 20.
Oh, okay. So, Husk, you focus on the necklace, and you can tell from it that it is several years old. Well over about 50. And it seems to have been repaired at some point. But other than that, you don't really know much more about it.
I hate that I know what you're doing. I hate it.
You could always out of character talk to them. But it seems
I
like
was
might be
DMs because I sent them a message saying that who I think it belongs to.
Yes, I asked him already if it was Atrix's or Sigil's wife, and he said close. And I don't know if, because I remember Sigil ripping a cross off of a necklace. So.
You sure he ripped the cross off of a necklace?
What? Oh!
Can I tell them the backstory, Dominic?
Hmm?
Can I tell them a little backstory
You could.
of what it is? Out of character, obviously, because I don't think Phoenix knows.
Yeah.
But
I
Mons.
don't remember shit.
Us. Sigil hates, religions of all sort, but his wife was religious, and his wife is dead.
Yeah.
So he had something to remember her by.
Well, how am I gonna prove it?
I don't know how to prove it, I just know what it is.
I hinted this to you earlier over private DMs.
Yes.
The small little hint of what you could be doing. It's what excited you for the session.
Mom, send me a screenshot of the DMs.
No! How would I do that though?
You have
like to
a
walk
small
over
bit of it
Mom,
inside
send me
you,
the
technically.
DMs.
You have the small ability to enter that location. Or you could always ask one of your partners. Also, Husk, your charm is recarved. I forgot to mention that.
Okay. I'd like to walk over to Atlas and say, okay, do you have any way other way, or like any other person that could prove that belongs to someone that you know or to you? Like anyone? Void.
This is your guys' conversation.
I do. Yeah, but he's.
Alright, where?
Not on this plane, but I have an idea.
Okay, just let me try and see if my offering will work. Will my phase offering be able to teleport me into a different reality?
Currently, phase cannot go between planes. It can only teleport you through the plane that you're currently existing on.
I'd like to pull out my spell book I'd like to pull out a spell book and search inside.
Can I go to can I say thank you? And then I will bow and then I will walk out because I have an idea.
Okay, yeah, you do that. So Alice, you're now outside of the boss's room. I'm assuming Phoenix follows.
I will also follow.
I'm gonna go to a very quiet place where no one is around.
Mm-hmm. And do what?
Trying to remember.
Including the party, or?
Yeah. No, you guys can watch, I don't care. Can I plop down on the ground and draw and like retrace out in like dirt or something the sigil on the back of my hand?
That could work, yeah.
Can I get...
So, you kind of go to the secluded area, the party sits around you to kind of help dissipate what people can see, and you real quickly etch into the ground of what's on your hand.
And then I want to think about it. I want to think about it closely as like summoning a demon clone, but thinking about Sigil and trying to raise him from the dead.
Okay, so as you start to focus in on that,
I can roll for that.
No. So as you start to think about it, the symbol on the floor begins to glow, but instead of a clone or somebody appearing, a portal opens.
The hell?
I did it. Do we jump in, or could I grab?
I'd like to burn up my armor charm to make a copy of my armor and have it and push it in.
Okay, so Husk, you burn up your armor charm and you shove it in. As you watch the portal, it hits the ground and nothing really happens. It just kind of sits there.
Oh,
I just realized I'm not even there. I'm just chilling somewhere else.
He's still currently off working. He's currently off just doing whatever.
Well, I'd like to pull up my armor. Pull back out my armor. To head back, and say that and tell the people that that went out on an adventure.
Okay, so you have your armor go and tell Alexios that you guys are about to go out somewhere, and that you kind of need him to tag along.
Yeah, we gotta go.
I sigh, put my stuff back.
Can I make a perception check? Can I make a perception check
For...
to see what I can see in the hellhole?
I mean, that's kind of what the armor was for, is to try to prove if it was safe or not. And since nothing happened to the armor...
So it's safe?
Yes.
And seeing how the armor wasn't hurt at all...
So do you all jump in?
I'm gonna jump in. I'm jumping in. I'm going first. Me.
Okay, so...
Follow it
all
behind.
of you jump into the portal, and as you land against the ground, you look up and you see hell surrounding you as the portal closes behind you. You see large stone buildings. Everything around you is red, burning hot. Lava flows from the walls. Small cracks and rivers of lava flow. And in the distance, you see a large castle.
So it's got a few renovations since I last was here.
I hope my suit has AC.
So, what do you guys wish to do?
I'm gonna look around. Can I look for Sigil specifically?
Okay. Roll a perception.
I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing this.
This place changed.
That's a 3. I'm just gonna start walking around foolishly.
You just kind of walk around in a random direction with no clue of where you're going.
I'm gonna check if my suit has AC so I don't melt.
You don't have to. You don't feel like you're being burnt alive at all.
Okay.
It's just kind of hot down here.
This place got a few renovations since I last was here to kill Satan.
What?
Oh, he's dead? That's good. This will be easier.
No.
That doesn't make sense because this is before our campaign, right? Yeah. And then
reality.
No, there's multiple realities.
Oh shit.
Multiple outcomes that I travel to. And this one's a different reality than I killed him. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Don't know if he's dead. But hey, I got his head. But hey, I have his head.
So,
that's alright, I guess. Let's just keep walking.
Sometimes I wonder why I got into the scavenger lifestyle.
Trust me, in other realities I've killed Oblivion, other realities...
Your mom!
Other realities I've killed...
So,
I've killed
do you guys want to go anywhere down here?
Yes, I'm walking monotonously in one direction, towards the castle, maybe.
Okay, so you go...
I follow...
You go towards
I'm just following Atlas.
So, you go to towards the castle, and you kind of get up to the gates, and you're just kind of sitting there staring at the gates. What do you do?
I remember being one of the biggest massacres here. Good times.
No reminiscing. This is now.
You want?
You guys are at the gates to this castle.
Can I knock?
Sure. So, you reach out your hand and you knock on the door, and you see the door swing open, and in front of you, you see this large throne, and this large figure sitting in it. And as you kind of look up at him, you notice one of the horns on this figure is missing. And he just kind of stares at you for a small bit before you just hear him sigh. And then begin to speak. Oh, great. Friends.
You know what I'm here for. He knows what I'm here for.
I don't know what you're here for, if you would mind enunciating and clarifying.
Now who? I'm gonna walk in. I'm walking in front of him. I'm being fearless right now.
He just kind of watches you as you walk down to him, as you walk up to him, and he just looks at you and begins to speak again. What do you want here?
Hey, remember me? That massacre I committed a week ago.
I hit him with a, I don't know, I just chuck a random rock at him to get him to shut up.
Hey, kind of here for your head. Yeah. Seems fun.
Can I shush him?
All of a sudden your sigil burns up in your hand, and everyone else is silenced. Something about a deeper rage and memory kind of puts a focus between you and Satan.
I'm not this again. No, I should have stayed in the adventure life, I mumble.
So, Atlas. Conversate.
I'm just gonna ask him, where's Sigil? Where is he being tortured? Can I know?
Oh, Sigil.
Where is he?
You see the door over there? Walk down there, he's in the far back. Go ahead.
I'm gonna walk, and I say thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So,
am I with Atlas though? Because I said I followed them.
yeah, all of you kind of follow along with Atlas, and as you guys are walking through, you hear commotion, you see these large, tall demons kind of standing guard as these paler figures that look of old spirits and people doing labor. And as you start to reach the end, you guys start to hear a voice. Atlas, to you, this voice sounds familiar. And as you get closer and closer and you finally walk into the room, you finally, see the conversation that's happening between the familiar voice and someone else. Although this person doesn't look like anyone you'd recognize. The person talking is scrawny, has a chain around their neck and shackles around their hands and ankles. Their skin seems damaged and their body is gaunt. And their hair is shaved and cut into a small mohawk. And you hear them speaking. Look, I've been tossing rocks around for maybe a good 3 hours. All I'm asking is for a 3-minute break. Nothing more. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna sit right there and do nothing. I just want a breather. And this large demon begins to talk
Can I walk
to him.
in?
Can I blow the door open?
You start to walk in as this large demon starts to talk back to him. And as I said, you're not getting a break. Big boss wants you to work, so you're gonna work. You know what? Fine. Then I'll work. I'll work for you, damn it. Alright? No breather for me. I'll sit here for another 3 hours, tossing useless rocks that these stupid miners have to bring up. Okay then, sure, let's do it. You see the person pick up a large boulder and toss it at the demon, and just all you hear is a crash as this demon is pinned against the wall by this rock, and you hear them groan before they pass out. And the figure just brushes their hands together before you just hear, finally. I'd say that gives me about 10 minutes of a break. Would have been easier and simpler if they would have just agreed.
I'm gonna walk in and say, oh, you've lost weight!
As the person's about to sit down, you see them pause and slowly turn their head back. You see that they only have their right eye, a bright red colored eye with a black background. Their left eyelid is closed. Suddenly you see their expression perk up as they see you. Atlas, is that you? Holy shit, it's been how many years? 4?
I'm gonna walk over and hug him as he's talking.
Oh, okay. Sure. Fine. Okay. What the hell are you doing down here?
Is he chained to a wall or something? Or is there just shackles?
I mean, you don't see any chains holding him. Atlas, what are you doing here?
I'm picking him up and I'm carrying him.
So, you pick him up and you start to walk with him, but all of a sudden he gets yanked out of your hands. And as he drops to the ground and you turn back, you see this large chain holding him to this ring at a pole. You know, Atlas, it's sadly not that simple. I mean, you're more than welcome to walk me around if you loose my leash or whatever.
Can I walk over and break the chain?
You try, but as you swing it to hit the chain, you're just reflected off of it. You can't break the chain, dummy. I'm a thrall now. Contractually obligated to keep working.
I have an idea. I walk out to Satan.
I take my box of keys and try to unlock the shackles.
And none of those work, Atlas. They don't have keys. They're bolted together.
I exit the room, dragging.
Sigel just gestures over at the frickin' loop that's hanging around the pole. Just go pick that up!
I'm gonna pick it up and start running.
You hear Sigel just have a small grunt of surprise as he starts to sprint after you. What are you doing?
I grab the crazy man. I grab the crazy man and drag him back into the room.
Are you trying to fight Atlas on keeping this person in hell?
No. I'm trying to grab the crazy guy who's going to confront Satan.
Oh, you're trying to grab Husk?
Yes.
I mean, Husk, as you're starting to sprint ahead, Atlas somehow gains an unnatural burst of speed and blows by you. But before you can leave through the front gates, Atlas, all of a sudden a giant wall summons and stops you. And you hear Satan laugh. Foolish mortal. You can't just take my thrall away. It's not how that works.
Nah.
Atlas, if you let me speak for like maybe 5 minutes. I'm a thrall. I'm limited and locked here by contract. I can't just leave. For as long as my contract is in place, I can't leave. The only way I could get out is with a new contract. Have fun with that.
Here. You want?
That's not how it works. Satan needs to make the contract.
Okay. I'd like to let the head of Satan that carries with me for all these and a giant ass sword. I say, okay, make a new contract before you get like this.
How about this? Suddenly, Husk, you find yourself bonded in a bundle of demons. You're unable to move.
Raggy. I've got
Just to take my leave.
This is where it's up.
None of you can leave as the door is currently blocked off. And there is no way out of the current room.
I didn't think about this.
As I bang my hand.
So either you like turn
at least
Sigel,
30 years.
or you try to leave. Huh?
Can I take into usage of that advantage that I haven't?
Yeah, you can do that.
How am I gonna talk to Satan though?
Great question. Figure it out.
He's a deity. He can read minds.
He can understand you somehow.
He's fine. He can understand.
Okay, so I just wanted. So I don't have to try and put it together soundboard to him.
No, you can just
talk
talk
to him
normally.
to just understand.
Yeah, you can talk normally. He'll understand what you're trying to say.
Okay. I just want to try and convince him to make a new contract with Sigel so that he can get that, or since Atlas like the really wants Sigel to leave.
Okay. So, roll.
Make a vintage.
Yep.
Apparently I don't need advantage.
That's good. So, you start talking to Satan about making a contract for Sigil. He takes a moment to think before nodding his head. You know what? Fine. Sure. Let's make a contract. And then suddenly the room around you changes. Currently, so, Atlas, Sigil's chain is ripped from your hands, and he is suddenly pinned up in a small area. Just pretty much a box. Suddenly his mouth is sewn shut, his arms are tied behind his back, and his legs are chained together. And then you see just see Sigil look at all of you, just tired, and pretty much, Atlas, the look in his eyes, you can remember from the past, he's pretty much calling all of you dumbasses. And the face palm that he would emit can be heard very well, even though he can't even make it. So then, let's talk contract. Business in terms. So, to be clear, you are wanting to claim Sigil. He is currently a thrall, and will not be unable to be taken away as a thrall. So for all of you, he is a thrall. Concept of a thrall, they are pretty much a slave with less benefits. They must listen to whatever command you give them, regardless how grotesque, vile, whatever. He is not allowed to leave your view in any sort of way. Dropping that chain at any point will grant him ability to move. However, leaving a certain distance of you will cause him to be returned to me unless given a direct order that he can gain distance from you. Any terms you would like to add?
Is he talking to all of us or a specific person?
To all of you. You guys are all kind of debating on how to get Sigil's contract. Not all of you need to make choice and play in this.
I wanted to make sure he wasn't just talking to me since I used...
No, he's talking to all of you. All of you are talking business. Does not mean all of you have to compete to participate, though. But suddenly...
If you decide to take those actions in the hand, if you decide to take him, without any of those contract needs being met, I can take your head.
Trust me, I will not breach contract. Suddenly, all of you hear Sigil's voice echo in your head. Listen to me and listen to me closely. I've done contract with this bastard before. I know exactly how he does it. He won't take a deal if he's being the losing end of this conversation. He does accept balancing, though. So if you can equalize his terms with my term, with whatever terms you're going to make, for me, then do that. And if you think whatever terms you're about to make are too sweet for the deal, give him some upsides. Don't fuck this up. So.
Okay, what if...
What terms do you make? Debate amongst yourselves.
Wait, is this like a barter system, or are we only allowed to ask?
You're bartering for this, pretty much. You're putting options on the table, and then you can agree or disagree to whatever. But your goal is to try to equalize this as best as possible, giving you the most benefit from taking Sigil. While also still making it so that the deal isn't too sweet.
But I say without thinking, what if we bring, Oblivion here to take the place of Sigil?
So you blurt that out without thinking, and Satan begins to think for a minute. So what you're saying
like
is...
that fight that set him free.
I mean, if you can succeed this time, I guess. Oblivion has been causing, souls coming to hell a bit slow, as he's been turning them into shadows. If you could, then Sigil could be free. So that's an agreed upon term.
And what happens if you don't apply to them?
Trust me, I don't cheat on a contract. I am not.
No, he doesn't. He follows the rules.
You hear Sigil kind of muttering, just mumbling through the the sewn mouth of his. Before Satan quickly unsilences him to ask him what he's saying. As much as I hate this guy, he is honest. When he makes a contract, he don't fuck it up.
Well, I'm more honest than the...
So, what other terms are you going to try to
know. I don't know who this
What's the deal looking like? Is this too sweet, less sweet?
Okay, so
Why?
currently you overlook the contract. Currently, how this deal is going is you will claim ownership of Sigel. As he is a thrall, he must listen to every command you give him, whether it be grotesque, vile, whatever. He has to follow it. He may not leave a certain distance of you without a specific command to do so. If he leaves a certain distance of you for any means necessary, then he will be returned back to hell. And you will not be able to go back and reclaim him.
What if he's like kidnapped in any way or whatever and is forced away from us?
The contract would still apply. He is your thrall, he is under your supervision.
So
if he is separated from you for any means necessary, unless Sigel himself can hear a specific command that will give him freedom to move around away from you, he will be returned back to hell for leaving a certain distance.
Oh no!
So someone should be like, if it's forced, then
So
you
pretty much,
can't
if he gets kidnapped and you guys notice, your goal should be to yell out a command in time for him to hear.
Okay, how about this? If he is taken away forcefully, he will be sent back to hell for an hour.
No.
Then we must come back.
Nope. Once he's returned back here, you may not come back to claim him.
What would happen to the contract then? Would it just be null?
The contract would be null.
Once we get Oblivion here, the contract will be out of use and you'll be set free.
Yes.
I think this is a good. I think we should still hear the sounds decent.
Yeah,
No, it could still be used against you guys. Because most of the terms that are currently there are just general terms for thraldom. This isn't putting it in anyone's benefit, really. It's just general thrall terms that need to be discussed. Currently, the only thing you have is Sigel's possible freedom if you manage to trade Oblivion, which is a very, very risky thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like, walk up to Satan, say, you're more honest than Satan that took that got contract too. I respect that.
you can do insight checks. I'm not going to make you roll for them, but you can insight on the contract to tell whether or not it's too sweet. Or you can ask Satan what he thinks.
I'll insight.
So, overlooking the contract, you don't feel anything is really too much in anyone's hand. There's not really many benefits for you, but there's not really much benefits for Satan. It's kind of 50-50, but with the chance you've added, it is slightly in your favor, but mainly in Satan's. So it's kind of...
Did we add something and I wasn't paying attention? I was talking...
No, Atlas was checking whether or not how sweet the deal is. It's mostly in Satan's hand right now, given the current bit you've added. Of Oblivion gives Sigel freedom.
So, tell me the entire contract right now, because I'm...
Okay, so current contract is basic thrall rules. Sigel belongs to you guys. He must follow any order of any of you, as long as you guys are his chain bearer. Chain bearer is whoever's holding his chain. So, if he cannot leave a certain distance of you without a specific command, or else he will be immediately sent back to hell and put back in Satan's control. He may not leave a distance of you for any reasons, whether it be walking away on his own, getting pushed away by magic, kidnapped, whatever. Satan will not put any dirty hand in this to invoke against your contract, and other than that, there's not really much else to go on besides the fact that if you guys could possibly trade Oblivion for Sigel.
I'd like to send in my contract.
No.
The contract that I was hooked to.
No. You are currently debating over a contract. Introducing another contract could be risky.
Yeah, I just want to.
No.
So
Okay,
would
guys,
we be
now-
able to... What?
Should we keep it so that mainly? I don't know.
No, whatever you
I'm
confirm
thinking
on
that there's
now will
two
never-
people.
You cannot change. If you confirm on something now, you cannot add any clauses or anything.
I'm not saying this as to add it. I'm just saying that there's two people who either don't care about Sajel or are stupid or lightheartedly stupid. That maybe they should never have access to hold the chain of
Well,
Sajel.
currently, Atlas,
Oh, I
Atlas,
was-
Atlas is
I
currently
was
the one
gonna
holding
hold
the
the
chain.
chain.
So Atlas currently has control over Sigil, technically, if you guys succeed with the contract.
Okay.
Remember, anything's on the table. Anything's on the table. Not everything will be agreed upon, but everything is on the table. You can ask for anything in lieu of this contract.
If said by the chain holder, Sigil is allowed to roam free distance.
Yes.
But if nothing is spoken, then he will be teleported straight to us to fulfill the command.
No. The chain bearer may give the most powerful commands to him. The rest of you, if
Would
the chain
Sigil-
bearer sees you as allies, can give you permissions to give those kind of commands.
Would Sigil still have his powers when he comes back?
You could ask. And maybe...
I'm gonna ask.
Okay. So you ask. Satan confirms that no, he would not.
Well,
But he's willing to debate on.
can he? Can he though?
So he can.
I'll allow him his old abilities and maybe even partially his old appearance. But in trade, I do request something in return. Nothing too rash, really. Simply the heart of the innocents. Say about 5 people who have done no wrong. I just want their hearts. As long as they're paid off before you free Sigil, or try to at least, then it is fine.
I'm just saying. Whatever you see fit, since I don't have another counter-argument for this, I give you access to the
No, but
void.
where are we gonna find the hearts of the innocents?
Argue points.
Murder people.
Argue points. You gotta try to make it.
people.
You gotta
You're
argue the contract. That's the point.
Okay, well,
Who knows?
Phoenix
if Satan
is
knows the
not in
scenario-
agreement.
Who knows if Satan knows everything about that's going on above ground? He may think shit's kind of going easy. He has no clue.
about that heart of innocence thing that you're saying, I don't think there really is any.
Yeah.
Fine. 5 heads of cultists then.
Oh,
that'd be easy. Yeah.
The immediate
agree
tone
with that.
change of, oh yeah, that's easy.
Let's do that. That.
That gets signed onto the contract.
Okay, so saying that, before we do that, if you have another idea that could go well with this, we can write this in the contract. I'll give you access to the void, but in exchange for something that I don't know. But we are remembering.
I'm a god, I can already do that.
Yeah. So what do we think of the contract right now?
Multiple kinds of voids.
So, to you guys, it looks pretty fair.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
Satan confirms that this is also pretty fair to him.
I'm gonna put my hand out.
Alright. That's one confirmation for current terms on contract.
I'm good with it.
Alright.
Shaking your hand.
Hand it out to shake.
We don't shake hands here. We sign.
What?
He puts a sharp pen in front of you. Sign with your blood. Atlas, you take the pen, cut it across your hand,
Well,
fill
they
the pen
have
with blood.
blood. And don't they have blood?
Atlas just needs to sign. Atlas is currently the one holding bond to Sigil. So Atlas,
I'll scribble a signature on there.
you scribble your signature, and suddenly the cage around Sigil falls, the room returns to normal, and a large chain glistens between you and Sigil before it vanishes again.
Oh, I thought it'd be a real chain. Oh.
Oh, it is a real chain. It just doesn't show.
Oh, you mean?
So it'll automatically summon whenever he runs too far away. So as long as you're holding his chain, if he gets too far, the chain will appear and hold him still. There you go.
Well, now I'm constantly going to be putting a chain.
That's going to be fighting.
You're not forced to
And then that's
concentrate,
gonna
it just kind of disappears, but it just stays bonded to you. So you don't have to physically like hold your hand or anything. Your hands are still well open to do stuff.
Oh.
Anyways,
But he only has to listen to Alice.
So Joe, yeah, he currently has to take orders specifically from Atlas.
Can the chain be like given to other people?
Yes,
If needed.
that is how the chain rules change. So if Atlas feels the need, Atlas can hand anyone else off the chain, except for Sigil himself. Although once someone else is handed the chain, they are the chain bearer and they can give instructions to Sigil. Anyways, Satan begins to speak. That contract seems fair, now get out of my sight. And suddenly all of you are teleported back into the overworld. Sigil just kind of sits there.
Like in the base where we were?
Yeah. So all of you get teleported back, and Sigil's just kind of standing there. His gaunt body, torn clothes. All he has really is just a shirt that's ripped and just covering barely much of his chest, and a small, like, skirt-like piece of cloth.
I'm gonna immediately take off like the big scarf I have and like wrap it around him.
Let's go shopping and fix them up.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
you
make
give him
clothes.
you give
I don't know
him.
what I have.
Well, before you can even offer him any more clothes, a few fragments of his old attire appear. His hood appears, torn gloves appear, and some torn boots appear. He just kind of looks himself over, and he's just looks at himself. Well, it's better than nothing. I have my flask. You see him immediately start patting down his sides, and suddenly he grabs this rusty flask, and he pops it open and starts chugging. All of you just kind of watch as he's sitting there just downing whatever liquid is in this old rusty flask. Before he finally takes it away, gives a huge sigh, and screws the cap back on.
Oh,
I haven't tasted that whiskey in forever. Oh, that feels great.
They brought him back just because there was an artifact that looked like he owned it.
So anyways, why'd you bring me out of hell?
I'm not saying it.
What do you mean you're not saying it? Atlas, tell. Atlas.
I'm the chamber. You can't make me do anything.
You're a nuisance.
I'm gonna sit in front of him with a smug face.
Just because I'm your thrall doesn't mean I'm your pet.
I'm gonna laugh.
I mean,
Immediately the power just goes to my head. It's just like,
Okay, let's get out of here before you annoy this giant red creature more than we need to.
You guys are already out of hell.
We're in the base. We're in the base.
You guys back in the
right.
scavenging base. You hear Sigil mutter something under his breath. Before simply just sitting down.
I had a soundboard that said necklace.
Oh yeah, can I inform him as to what has been going on?
Yeah. So you give Sigil the general layover what's happened over the 4 years he's been gone, and he just kind of looks at you semi-wide-eyed. Well, semi-wide eye, as he doesn't have a second eye. His left eye is just completely, like, whenever he opens his left eye, it's just a black pit of whatever. Just a hollow socket. He just kind of looks at you and then just simply mutters something under his breath. That's grand. just grand. Again, why did you bring me back?
Alright! There's this, our boss, whatever his name is, he has a necklace, I think it was your wife's. I just thought you wanted it.
You see his eye go wide, and you see spots under his flesh turn a bright demonic red.
Oh no!
My necklace, huh? Where the fuck is this bastard?
Alright, you gotta calm down though.
I'm
Don't
already
yell at him or else we're gonna get kicked out.
No promises. Just take me to him, and we'll be fine.
I will lead him to the boss's base.
So you take him into the boss's room, and Sigel real quick makes a scan of the room, and his eyes suddenly locks onto the necklace. He stomps up a single step and then slams his fist on the table. So you done took my necklace? Thought you could just keep it, huh? Give me it. And the boss jumps back, all of a sudden seeing this decrepit person in front of him. Hold on. Who the hell is this?
Well, Mr. Bossman, this is Sigel. He's the owner of the necklace. You told me to bring the owner, so I brought the owner.
What proof do you have that this is the boss? And Sigel just kind of stares at him before simply gesturing his hand out to get the necklace. Give the necklace over. No. He hands over the necklace, and Sigel simply spins it around and flips over to a date on the back of the necklace. Date's about 50 years ago. I've been dead for 50 plus years. Trust me, I know who this is. I fixed it up myself too. Well, unless you got a photo. Of course you want a fucking photo! You suddenly see a photo burn into his hand, and it's a photo of him holding the necklace next to his wife. There you go, bastard. Now give me my necklace back. He just rips the necklace away from him and puts it back around his neck. That feels better. Anyways, I'm no longer pissed.
Please.
Thank you, Mr. Bossman. Alright, Sigel, let's go.
You just walk away as Sigel, and you just hear the boss shudder before getting back to whatever he was doing. So, now what do you do?
I don't know, we sit around a fire, tell ghost stories.
You sit around the fire, and suddenly this demonic post kind of summons up next to you, so you can loop Sigel's chain around it.
I want to sit next to you.
I'm gonna keep holding it. I'm not putting the post.
Sigel just kind of sits there and just stays quiet to himself. Just kind of fiddling with the necklace.
I want to just look at this gel and just say, didn't know I'd be teaming up with the person I had to kill multiple times before.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you parallel bastard.
Shouldn't we introduce ourselves as Atlas because Sigel doesn't know who we are, we don't.
As soon as Husk says, well look, I never thought I'd be working with the person I've been killing multiple times, he just looks at him, looks him up and down before his eye gets narrow. And then simply just says, oh, shut up, you parallel universe bastard. And don't be surprised that I know this. I know plenty of enemies. And I know plenty of people. Seen your kind before. Anyways. Who the fuck are you lot? Or am I gonna have to sit here and be silent? And as he enunciates silence, he looks at Atlas with a burning rage.
I'm gonna tell him to calm down. Just a little bit.
Hey. So, can I have introductions, or am I going to sit here in the silence? Huh? Yes, hello to you two.
That's
Phoenix, eh?
That's
Alright.
Phoenix.
What about your other two?
Name's Husk.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, or whatever.
I'm Alexius, the guy who... He's actually entirely confused on what's going on.
Oh,
know why
you're
I ever
confused.
left.
How pitiful. Welcome to life. If you're confused and you need a soft way to tell what's going on, I just got brought back from hell. Simple as that.
Didn't think that was possible.
Oh, anything's possible in this world. Like your family being murdered and you go out for a few years murdering people in an endless chain, and then you get sentenced to hell because of several sins, and then after staying 50 years in hell, you end up coming back out, encountering some sorry lads and lasses who kind of got caught in the crossfire, and then you go and try to fight the whole person that's caused your life's ruining in the first place, fail to do something that would have set you free, and then been sentenced back to hell for 4 years in a thraldom. So yeah, that kind of shit can happen. Welcome to reality.
Fair enough, I say, as I leave to go back to what I was originally doing.
So all of you just kind of sit silently for a bit before Sigel just kind of lays back and just kind of puts his hands behind his head. I'm going to take a nap. Good night. And Sigel seems to fall asleep. What will the rest of you do?
Go back to what I was doing before I got dragged along.
Oh, I'm gonna go jump inside the void. That's literally what I do every night.
Alright.
I'm gonna stay by Sigil and just keep an eye on him.
Alright. Phoenix, what about you?
I keep at his company.
Okay.
Oh yay!
After a few hours of doing whatever, you all decide it's finally time to head to sleep. All of you long rest. And that is where we will end today's session.
Yes! The plot! The plot!
I think that's went pretty well, besides the small section of horror I was putting on you guys. Honestly, I was kind of expecting all of you to just leave before the creature got down there. In all honesty, it was kind of more supposed to be the creature was never supposed to exist. In actuality.
Until we said something, huh?
No, actually, even not until you said something. It was specifically when you sent in your clone, I'm like, well, I can't just have nothing now. That's all the fear for nothing. In all reality, nothing was there. I was just playing fear on you guys for no reason.
You're mean.
Yes, I am.
And that's not true because someone really got hurt by the creature. Can't just that mean nothing.
Well, no, in the first place, before Atlas sent the clone to check if anything was down there, like in the other end of the room, there was nothing. The reason why the door shut was just because of wind. It just shut on its own. It was just a fear tactic.
Okay, in the thing, there was a creature because someone got hurt by the creature. And it broke my nanotech thing.
Yeah, but no.
Explain that.
Before the encounter happened, there wasn't supposed to be an encounter. When you guys were just exploring down there and the door shut behind you guys, after a few minutes of being down there, the creature wasn't supposed to exist. When Atlas sent their clone down to check if there was any threat or anything, and it got ripped to the ground, is when I created the creature. The whole your shield.
So what is the creature?
You
Fun.
You bastard.
And I'm not telling you what the creature is. I'm not telling you what the creature is. I'm not telling you.
Because we might go back to see it, so it's a flying spaghetti monster. That's what it was. It's a flying spaghetti monster.
All you know is it has an abdomen, 32 eyes, and 16 claw-like appendages.
I the thing I have made it so that they can have a. Wait, can I do a D100 with this? 1 second.
For what?
You're not gonna roll 100, Alexis.
If I roll 100, will you tell me what the creature?
No.
He doesn't know what the creature was. He just made it up.
It was an on-the-go thing, alright?
I don't know.
And plus, you might come across this creature sometime soon again. Who knows? You never killed it. You fled.
No.
That's why I want to know what it is.
Nope. Because you didn't really get much of a visual on what it was. You just know it has a torso, it has a body, legs, and possibly claw-like appendages, and eyes. That's all you guys know about it. So, yeah.
But you should tell me if I roll 100.
No. Anyways, that's where I'm ending the recording.